Alright, so I got a comment from somebody named Rich Garcia on my Poodle Susan response video. And yeah, I probably should have responded to it sooner, but I've just been busy doing other shit, life and whatnot, feeling like ass. So I guess I'll just read the comment and go from there. I don't know if this will be like a direct response, but we'll just see how it plays out. It's not a very long comment, so I'll just read it. The biggest issue I have with antinatalism is the amount of women who feel aggrieved by men and insert their feminist politics into the discussion. Like women don't desire children, and it's all the fault of men and society that women get pregnant in the first place. Now, personally, I don't see a whole lot of feminist antinatalist videos out there. I mean, we might be traveling in different circles, but I don't see a whole lot of them. I think the one Poodle Susan made was about as close as I've gotten, really. Might be another one if I can really think about it, but yeah, I can see how women might somewhat feel aggrieved by men by getting pregnant by them, but other than that, I don't see how it's all men's fault that they keep the kid, because it's really not. As I've said before, I don't get a say. No man really gets a say in whether or not the woman keeps a pregnancy in the West, and I'm just going to stress that because I rewatched the Poodle Susan video, and she just broadened the scope for no reason when the guy wasn't talking about the rest of the world. I mean, I'll agree that video was kind of, that Arthur Arcturus made was kind of in some ways, but I agreed with quite a few of his points, and yeah, I mean, it's just kind of unfair to broaden the scope like that when he wasn't. He wasn't talking about the rest of the world. He was talking about in the West. And Poodle Susan, I guess I missed this, but she mentioned something to the effect of Ireland, how they were fighting for abortion rights forever, and they finally got them, and saying that women will avail themselves to the services if they're available. Well, that's true. There's quite a few women who still don't, though. That's the thing. And in fact, I hear people on the pro-life side of things who bemoan the fact that women can just go get an abortion willy-nilly. And they don't get a say. It's coming from the men, obviously. So yeah, I think men on both sides of the fence can agree that we don't get the say. Okay? So, yeah, I would say that women are more culpable than men when it comes to actually having the kid, because they're the ones who are carrying it around for 9 months, give or take. So yeah, we don't get the say in the West. Again, I'll just stress that, in the West. And obviously, it must be a big enough issue for men on both sides of the both camps, pro-life, anti-life, to agree on something like that. So yeah. And for the second part of Rich's comment, like women don't desire children, and it's all the fault of men in society that women get pregnant in the first place. Well, to be fair, it is kind of the fault of men that women get pregnant in the first place. And society does place pressure on women to have kids. I had a female relative who was kind of, I don't know what the word is, like targeted, I guess, at work, at her place of work, by a bunch of her female coworkers saying that she's not a real woman unless she has kids. And I think that might be an extreme case, but I'm sure there's other women who've experienced similar things out there. So yeah, I mean, it is our fault as men that women get pregnant, and society does place some pressure on them, but society also puts out there like fucking abortion clinics and contraceptives for them. So social pressure is just something that they're going to have to deal with. Men have similar issues when it comes to social pressure. And that's just it. Like, I mean, I've been pressured before by friends and family to get married and have kids, and I've still never bowed to those. Like, fuck it. I'm going to live my life the way I want. I'm not about to throw more, meat into this grinder, okay? No matter what anybody says about me. So, I'm sure there's women out there as a similar stance. But as far as like keeping the pregnancy, yeah, it's on the women. It's not up to me. The only say I really have is to not have sex. That's about it. I mean, Poodle Susan mentioned something in the video that I rewatched. Something to the effect that it's a man's job to double check, wear a condom, and make sure she's on birth control. Well, it's kind of hard to double check something when the other half could be lying to you. Uh, yeah, and if she does get pregnant because a condom fails or something, which has happened before, believe it or not, condoms are not 100%. Um, yeah, it's up to her at that point to decide what to do with it. It's not up to the man. The man doesn't, and besides that, the man doesn't stand to benefit anything from her getting pregnant. Let's just face the facts here. The man does not stand to gain a damn thing from a woman getting pregnant, whether it be a one night stand, a girlfriend, or a marriage, or anything like that. He doesn't stand to benefit shit, unless you want to count like in marriage or something, like the kid has his last name or something. I don't fucking know. They're pretty intangible benefits at best, I guess. I guess you could walk around saying, hey, there's my son or daughter or something, whatever. I mean, I don't see that as a huge achievement, but whatever. Some people do. Good on them, I guess. Whatever. Not really. But, yeah, it really does kind of bite me in the balls a little bit to hear women say that it's your fault as a man that she has a kid. And it's just one of those things, I guess it's prevalent in Western society that men are always in the wrong and women are always in the right. And that's just not the case here. I know I'm going to be catching some flack probably from somebody, but name me an example where the man has an actual say within legal means, like not throwing her ass down the stairs or something kind of shit, but like within the law, doing what normal people would do in this situation, like I'm assuming everyone listening, what would the male have a say in? Really, let's stop and think about it. What would he have a say in if she is pregnant? What the fuck does he get to? What choice does he have? He either has to go along. He has to go along with what she wants. And yeah, like I said before, the pro-lifers are saying the same shit. It's just they want a different result. So yeah, I don't know where the hell like Poodle Susan or any of these other feminist YouTubers are getting off saying this kind of shit. Honestly, Rich, because I'm not seeing it. I mean, I wish they would tell me. I've tried looking around. Like, man, there's got to be something. Like, maybe I'm missing something. And in fact, I saw a video not too long ago of I think it was like Michigan. Yeah, it was Michigan about child support payments and how you don't even have to be the father of the kids to pay child support. They'll just write your name down, and there you go. You just had to have been dating them for a while or something, and there you go. Like, how the fuck is that fair? So you don't even have to be involved necessarily to have to pay for someone's kids. I guess it's just so dumb. Like, if there's anybody out there making the arguments that women just don't have any rights in this area, I think they're just straight bullshitting you. Like, I don't know how, maybe women just aren't seeing it or something. I don't know, but I and most men out there are seeing it. I'm not going to say all because some men are, whatever. But still, like, a lot of men are seeing what I'm seeing. There isn't giant movements like fucking MGTOW or MRAs or some shit out there for no fucking reason. And this is partly the reason why MGTOWs and stuff like that exist is because of these rules that society has in place, I guess. Like, men don't get much of a say when it comes to having kids or any of that shit. Other than, the beginning of it, I guess, the conception. And even then, it's kind of really up to the woman to decide who she sleeps with, really. I mean, I guess the man can say no, and I think Poodle Susan mentioned that, but I mean, if she's hot enough or something, she's like, oh yeah, I'm on birth control, don't worry about it or something, even if you wear a condom, whatever, and you still get her pregnant, well, guess what? She could still keep the kid and rope your ass in for child support, and you're raising a kid suddenly. So, I don't know what more else I could say about it. I mean, it's already all out there on YouTube and other places and said better than what I could say it, honestly. But really, if we just step back and think about it here real quick, men don't benefit at all from getting a woman pregnant, really. They get burdened, okay? They get burdened, and they get liabilities for getting a woman pregnant. Women who get pregnant, on the other hand, get benefits. It's not 100% like, oh man, your career will just take off and all this sort of shit and your body will just bounce back, but at least you get some compensation. Men don't get any compensation at all for having a kid that I can think of. If you have one, Let me know. I'm not seeing it. And a lot of men aren't either. So, like I said in the last video, if there's any ladies out there who are listening by any chance, feel free to comment. Or men, if you happen to see a benefit men get from having kids, let me know. I'm not seeing it. So, anyways, I appreciate the comment, Rich. I guess I got really nothing else to say on the matter. So, thanks for listening and have a good one.